Okay, we're gonna be multiplying polynomials. So let me write down a polynomial. 2x plus 3 times 3x squared plus 3x minus 5. We use the distributive property more than once to multiply a polynomial by a binomial. This is a polynomial by a binomial, okay? To multiply these two, we proceed as follows. We're going to say now, we could take each term here multiplied by the first bracket, or we could take the second bracket multiplied by each term of the first bracket. Remember, we did that before. So let's work it out. So we're going to multiply it. So we say now 2x times 3x squared plus 2x times 3x plus 2x times negative 5. Notice how 2x times this, 2x times this, 2x times that. Okay? And then we take the second term plus 3 times 3x squared plus 3 times 3x plus 3 times negative 5. This gives me now, okay, lots of indices, remember, we need to remember that. So 2 times 3, 6x to the third, 1 plus 2. Here plus 2 times 3, 6. X times x, x squared. Positive 2 times negative 5, negative 10x. Positive 3 times positive 3, positive 9x squared. Positive 3 times positive 3, positive 9x. Positive 3 times negative 5, negative 15. Okay? Now we combine like terms, if we can, or group like terms. So 6x cubed plus 6x squared plus 9x squared minus 10x plus 9x minus 15. Notice how we group those like terms, all right? This makes it much easier for us to work with. So the last step will be 6x cubed, 6x squared plus 9x, that will give us 15x squared, negative 10x plus 9x, negative x minus 15. And that's our solution. This is multiplying polynomials. So multiply a polynomial by a binomial, to be more specific. So let me give you the rule on this one here. Um, to multiply one polynomial by another, which is true, multiply each term of one polynomial by each term of the other. We zoom in there so you can see all the words. By the other polynomial and combine like terms. Okay, it is often convenient for us to organize the work vertically. It's much better. All right, so let's try a few more examples on this. So remember, to multiply one polynomial by another, multiply each term of one polynomial by each term of the other polynomial and combine like terms. So you can do the first with the second or the second with the first. That's up to you. So let's go a few more examples. Consider that you have another example. We have you can see 3x plus 2 times 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. So I'm going to work it out here. I put the first term, 3x times everything in the second bracket. So let me just show you all of the steps. 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. That's what I'm going to do. Then the second term, 2x squared minus 4x. This is just going much more in detail. All right. So now expand a little bit more. We're there. And now we say 3x times 2x squared plus 3x times negative 4x plus 3x times positive 5. Notice how it tends to expand. Plus 2 times 2x squared plus 2 times negative 4x plus 2 times 5. Alright, so we continue again. Let me skip a step there so it doesn't jumble up. 3 times 6, 3 times 2 will give me 6x cubed because 1 plus 2. And then here gives me a negative 3 times negative 4, negative 12x squared. 3x times 5 will give me 15x, right? And 2 times 2 will give me 4x squared minus 2 times negative 4, negative 8x. 2 times 5 will give me 10. Now, can we combine like terms, gather like terms? Yes. 6x cubed, this and this could be brought together, negative 12x squared plus 4x squared plus 15x minus 8x plus 10. Notice I try to combine them in such a way that you bring the biggest power and come down all the way. Alright, next step, 6x cubed, negative 12x squared plus 4x, that gives me a negative 8x squared plus 15x minus 8x plus 7x plus 10, and that's our solution for that one there. Okay, so this is the type of problems where we start to get more complicated, so you need to take these steps very in detail. So let's see again. We take the first term multiplied by the second bracket. Note I just explained it out here to show what is actually happening. Then you're going to take each term of the second bracket here and multiply by what is in front, which we have done before. So this is just a combination of what has been done to get up to this point. And then we combine like terms and then we just simplify them. Alright, let's try our next example. Notice this problem starts to get bigger and bigger. Alright, so here consider that we have now, I'm going to start from the side, negative 2x squared plus 3 times 2x squared minus 4x minus 1. We have those ones there. So I'm going to write the steps right here, the working out. I'm going to take the first term, 2x squared, times everything in the second bracket. I'm going to be explaining, going into detail, plus 3 times the second bracket. Where did that 3 come from? It came from the second term in the first bracket. Now expand out, negative 2x squared times 2x squared, then plus negative 2x squared times negative 4x plus negative 2x squared times negative 1, then plus, okay, 3 times 2x squared plus 3 times negative 4x plus 3 times negative 1. Notice how it's expanding a lot. No, don't worry, we'll shorten everything. So here we get a negative 4x to the 4th, power 2 and 2 will give us positive a power of 4. Negative 2 times positive 2, negative 4. Here a negative times a negative will give us a positive 8 x to the 3rd, and here a negative times a negative will give us positive 2x squared. 3 times 2x squared will give us 6x squared. 3 times negative 4, negative 12x, and negative 3, because 3 times negative 1 will give us negative. Now can we combine anything further? Yes, we can. So we can negative 4x to the 4th. This 8x cube cannot combine with anyone, so that remains as negative, as positive 8x cube, and 2x squared plus 6x squared give us 8x squared, and negative 12x minus 3, and that's the solution for that particular problem. You may work it out vertically if you want, or horizontally. That's up to you. So let's see how one of them would work out vertically. Let's go back to the first one. Right, I'm gonna work out this problem here vertically, okay, and see what then happens. So let me write out that problem there. Vertical, okay. 2x squared, 2x squared minus 4x plus 5 multiplied by 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2. This is being multiplied, okay? Now, the catch here is that you need to multiply the first term, right? And then the second term, you will decide where to show it depending on it. So let's start here. 2 times 5 will give me 10. So that comes down here. Okay, and that's positive 10. 2 times negative 4x, negative 8x. 2 times 2x squared, 4x squared. Okay, we finished with the first step. Now, second step. 3x times 5 will give me 15x. You don't put that here, you put it right down here, because those you keep the ones with the power of x's together. That gives me 15x. 3 times negative 4x, negative 12x squared. 3x times 2x squared give me 6x cubed. Notice what we are doing here. Okay, we're gonna add it now. Bring down the 10 because no one gets added with the 10. No one was down there. Negative 8x plus 15x, 7x, negative 12x squared plus 4x squared, negative 8x squared with the plus, and 6x cubed. Did we end up with the same solution as the one before? Yes, we did. 6x cubed, 6x cubed, negative 8x, negative 8x plus 7x plus 10. So we end up with the same problem. So we end up with the same solution, I mean. So either you work it out horizontally or vertically, that will be up to you. Okay. So let's try our next example for multiplication.